Hello everyone and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson we will be discussing materials. So before we start, let us add some shapes. Let's add a cube. Okay. Let's add, or let me scale it at R for sizes. W to move it. Alright. As a reference, we can go to mannequin. In this content drawer, if we hit content, into character mannequins, meshes, we find the mesh that we use in the game mode. So if I rotate it at E, yeah, that looks very good. Now in the content folder, I need to create a new folder by right click and name it materials. In this folder, I'm gonna right click. When you right click inside the content drawer, there are so many things that you can add. But in this section, we will stick with the material since we are discussing it. The naming convention of the materials by all Unreal Engine professional users, it's MS for master material underscore and then the name of the material. I will call it basic. Enter. Now if I click the cube and drag this material to the cube over here to the cube material, it will take the grid-like material. Or Control Z, I can immediately drag it to the cube. If I open it, we will have the material graph editor. So let us explain it so that you guys can understand. Let me move this to show. All right. Over here on the top, you can change the visual representation of the material to a cylinder, plane, cube, or if you have a specific mesh in mind, you can load it here and see how the textures will look at the end at your final model. If you scroll your mouse wheel, it will zoom in and out, and right click will make you move. So what we have right now, we have the base color, the metallic, the specular, the roughness, and the emissive, and some bunch of other nodes that you can connect to. This one is the end node. This is the final output. You can change the base color, for example. Let us make it something bluish, light blue. You can pick the color like this through the color wheel, or if you have some color on your screen, you can choose like that. Or if you know the hexagon of the RGB code, you can write it over here. If you find it online for a specific color, then you can use it. For us, let's stick with the bluish color type thing. Lighter. Let me set OK. Now if you see, it became yellow. But there is no effect on the cube. You need to apply first, and then the effect will show up, as you can see over here. For the metallic, is simply telling the engine, is this material are metallic or not metallic? So if I increase it, for example, to 0.5, do you see? Apply. Now it's became like a car paint metallic thing. Specular is how much it is shiny, basically. So if I went all the way to 1, enter, look how shiny it becomes. Apply. If I took it really down to 0, do you see the change? This is what is amazing about Unreal Engine, that every change you do, it's happening in real time. Roughness is basically how rough and smooth your surface will be. So if I put an 1, enter, apply, so it is so much rough. If I put it into 0, it becomes so glossy, like a mirror. You can see stuff like a mirror. So let me put the specular in 1 to make it absolutely shiny like a mirror type of thing. You can see. Let me move the mannequin, our scale reference. You can see the reflection in real time. So these are values that you can change. Emissive, if you want it to emit light by itself, let's say we would make it yellowish, greenish. Okay, and then apply it. To see it, I am gonna hover my mouse in the sky, Control L, to move the sun. So this is like night time now. You can see over here that the cube itself is emitting light into our level now. These are the very simple basic way to make a material. There is a whole category in the computer graphics world called material artist, where a person dedicates his entire time into creating materials and adjusting them for a specific 3D asset, whether it's a character, a wall, a car, or whatsoever. But for us as basic beginner users in this course, we will not go so deep in it. So I will cover the master material. No need to cover the material instances. I think it can be overwhelming for the beginners. So an easy way is to go online to free website, one of the free websites that called Free BBR. If you open Free BBR, these are free materials that already made with the maps already set up. You just need to download them and bring them into your engine. Or you can go to Fab. You can go to Fab and search under materials and textures for free materials and download them to use them into your level, basically. Like this, for example, wood material pack, etc. so on. For me, I went to freebbr.com. I choose Ali Brickwall BBR material. Download that version for Unreal Engine because they have different versions for Unity and Blender. So I went for the Unreal version 1 and I downloaded it. I recommend you do the same. Go to the file where you have download them. Here we have, after unpacking, we have the preview of the material and the maps for that material. So I will take it, drag simply to my Unreal Engine and drop here. And here you can see. So I'm gonna rename this one instead of basic. I'm gonna rename it instead of basic to brick. Now, if I click the first one, shift, click the last one, I select all these maps, the already made maps. I can drag them and put them here. First none, if you can see, is called albedo. This one means base color, so I will connect it like this to base color. Second one is called AO. Let me arrange them first. AO is short for ambient inclusion. So this one is the same one over here, which is ambient inclusion. Do we have ambient inclusion? We have, so I connect it like that. This one is for the height. Do I have a height value? I don't. Okay. The other one is for the metallic, so I will connect it to the metallic value. Last one is for the normal. Where is it? This one. I will take it to the normal slot. And roughness, which is the last one, I will grab it, go up all the way to the roughness value. As you can see, I have a material already. If I hit apply, look to our cube. Look how beautiful it is. It is already made. I need to cancel the emission basically. Apply. Look, it is gone. So the emissive need to be clear. Reset bin to default value. Apply. I need to change my directional light by Ctrl L. And now I can see my material on the wall. Look how beautiful it is, already made. So this is the way how you can import textures that already made online or from the Fab Marketplace or Sketchfab or any website. And there are plenty of them for free. And add them into your level. Save, and I will close the material graph. Now materials is such a huge topic that literally it can take a course by itself just to explain it in more detail and tell you how to set up each node and how to make material instances and so on. But in this course, it is basics for the ultimate beginner, basically. Someone who haven't been working on Unreal before or any 3D program before, so that you guys can understand the principles behind it and become familiar with the user interface and how things are being done. So you can take that skill and build on top of it. You start as a beginner, then you move into an intermediate level and into an advanced level. And you pick a category to specialize at, like a material artist or a 3D generalist who model meshes and objects, or maybe a sculptor who sculpt characters and other pieces online, or a filmmaker who do animation and cinematics, or a light artist who are specialized in lighting, for example. So yeah, we will catch up on the next lesson. See you later.